Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is a tutorial for this look right here. I used the limited edition exclusive Bobbi Brown Deluxe Eye and Cheek set that is available right now at Nordstrom, both in-store and online, for their annual anniversary sale. Last week I posted my haul and try-on video, and in that video I showed you the one beauty purchase that I picked up from the sale so far, and that was this palette right here. And I said that I would be totally willing to film a tutorial for you using the palette, and a lot of people said that they wanted to see that, so that's what I did. This is a tutorial using the Eye and Cheek palette, and I will show you again. I showed it in that video, but in case you didn't see it, this is what the palette looks like. I seem to have already misplaced the little brush that comes with this, but these are the colors. These are the eyeshadow colors. As you can see, this is a cool toned palette, which seems like a bit of a unicorn these days because so many new palettes that are being released are warm toned. And you also get 4 cheek products: a bronzer, 2 blushes, and a bronzer, an illuminating bronzer, and 2 blushes. All of the product names are listed on the back, and you also get this adorable rose gold bag to pop in your palette and keep it safe when you are traveling. This has a retail value of $380, it says, and it is priced at $98. So if you would like to see how I achieved this look and hear my thoughts on this palette, is it worth it, then please keep on watching. So my foundation, eyeshadow primer, brows, and concealer are already on. So we're gonna go right in with the eyes. And I am going to start by using this ivory shade. This ivory shade right here, and I will put the correct names up on the screen. I'm just taking a flat shader brush. This one is from Stila, and I am placing that underneath my brow on the bone, both sides. And then I am taking what's ever left and covering the entire eyelid. Oh my gosh, I just started, but I am sweating. It is 106 degrees outside today, and we have higher humidity than normal, and I'm in my basement, and the air conditioning just doesn't work as well down here, and I'm under all these hot lights, so excuse me while I take a second to not melt. All right, I'm gonna keep that fan here on the table. All right, where was I? I am now going to take this Sigma E25 blending brush. And I have to say that these 2 shades are pretty similar. I think I'm gonna dip my brush into both. How I do that is I just go tap, 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 and then tap off the excess. I'm gonna raise my brows because my lids are hooded and I wanna be able to see the entire lid space. I'm gonna start at the outer corner and just make little circles and blend in. And now I'm going in again and just building up the color. So this is what you should end up with. Now I'm going to take a smaller brush. This is a NARS number 12. I'm gonna take these 2 purpley lilac colors. One is obviously a lot lighter than the other, but once again, I'm gonna dip my brush into both. So once again, tap, 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 and then tap off excess. And then I am going to start right at the outer corner and make little circles, really pushing into my crease. With the other colors, I went a little bit higher and blew it out a little bit more, and now I'm really concentrating on this outer corner, just making little circles, not even bringing the brush inward, just keeping it right out here. Going back in again, little circles, pushing into that crease. Then I'm going back in with that first Sigma brush and blending it out. And if you notice, most of my brush strokes are circles. I don't do a lot of back and forth. I don't do a lot of straight up and down. I do a lot of circles. Now using my finger, I'm going to go into this silvery shade. And this is really, really pigmented. And I'm going to place it, ooh, it has almost like a bluish reflect to it. Pressing that on the lid. I'm going to go back with my blender brush and blend out where it kind of got into the crease. Go over it one more time. I want to deepen up the outer corners a little bit more, so I'm going to go in with this deep brown. This is Bobbi Brown's classic espresso eyeshadow. And once again, really focusing just on that outer corner. And don't worry if you get any fallout, you can clean that up with a makeup wipe. So if you're going to do this look, I would recommend not doing your concealer before you do this. If you want to do your foundation first, go ahead and do that, and then do your eyes, and then set with concealer after you clean up. I just ran some errands before filming this, and I wanted to have some concealer on, so that's the only reason why I have it on right now. Otherwise, I normally would not already have done my concealer. And then you just make this as dark as you want it. If you are going to do this for a daytime look, don't add this extra brown. Just leave it, go back into this like more purpley shade versus the dark brown. Now I want to add a little bit more to the crease, so I'm going to go back in with this color right here. I mixed the two in the beginning, but now I'm just going to use this by itself. The darker one. Raise my brows up, put my chin up, and really hit that transition area. Next, I'm taking a pencil brush. I believe this is a MAC 219. The numbers have worn off. And I'm going to go back into the color I just used, that like middle gray color. And I'm going to line the lower lashes. Now I'm taking a Sigma E15 flat definer, and I'm going into Espresso, and I'm lining just the outer corner of the lower lashes. Actually, I changed my mind and I'm lining the whole way in, right up to the tear duct. Because my eyes are hooded and downturned, and one is more hooded and downturned than the other, I take that line underneath and extend it out, and I can see where there's a difference. Where this one, the two shadows connect on the outer corner, and this one has like a little gap. So I go back in with a small brush. This is a Stila 28. I've used this a lot in videos. And I just make sure that there's no gaps in the shadow, that the bottom lash line meets up with the upper lid. Because it meets over here, because this eye is less downturned, but it doesn't meet up on this side. So I have to make it happen. And then go back in with a blending brush and soften it. And then I'm going back in with that ivory and re-highlighting underneath the brow, taking it around the shadow, kind of cleans it up a little bit, and also takes away any harsh edges. I'm kind of making like a C shape. Now I'm taking my Tarte Tarteist double-ended eyeliner. One side has a liquid liner and the other side has a pencil. I'm going to take the pencil side to line my inner rims and also to tightline my upper lash lines. I've had this for like at least 8 months and it's finally dying. It's on its last legs. Actually, I don't even know if I can use it. Oh my. Huh. I'm going to do this part off camera because I need both hands. And I'm going to use the liquid liner side to line the upper lids. And I'm not going to do a wing. I'm just doing a very, very fine line along the base of my lashes. Because when you have a small lid space, you don't want the eyeliner taking up too much of that space. So no wing, not even a baby wing. Now I'm going to curl my lashes with my Surratt curler and apply some mascara. Now I'm going to apply one of my favorite natural looking everyday lashes. These are the Kiss Easy Lashes in number 11. I have trimmed mine, and I know that a lot of you aren't going to be applying lashes ever, let alone on a daily basis, but I love lashes. You guys, you know that if you've been with me for a while. I just love a false lash. And these are comfortable. They're great for hooded eyes, downturned eyes, this particular style. And I do have a video on how to apply false lashes. A lot of people ask me, you know, do you have a video? And it's a little old, but it's still, I think, a pretty good video, and I can link that in the description if I remember to. Hopefully I will remember to. So I put a little bit of the Kiss Strip Lash Glue Adhesive. I wait about 20 seconds or so, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply these. All right, the lashes are on, the eyes are complete, so let's move on to the face. I'm going to start with the bronzing powder for my contour. I'm using a Morphe M438. And I remember using this bronzing powder years ago, and I really, really liked it, and I don't know why I stopped using it. I stopped using Bobbi Brown altogether for a long time. And you know what? I don't even know why, because I think her products overall are really, really high quality, and the pigment is usually pretty good. I'm just kind of building up to the color I want, and now I'm going to use my, where are you? My nose contour brush, the Luxie Nose Perfector brush, and I'm just lightly contouring my nose. For blush, I'm going to use the shade Nectar. And this is a Say Me Beauty 1.5. All the brushes will be listed in the description. I've used this blush in the past, this Nectar. I didn't even realize when I bought this that I have Nectar here at home already, but it's a beautiful color. It works on so many different skin tones. I may have gone a little bit overboard, but when I add the golden pink highlighting blush, I think it's going to tone it down a little bit. I'm going to use a fan brush and go right over my cheekbones. This is a nice, subtle golden pink highlighter. Nothing too extreme. This is an eye and cheek set, so there are no lip products in it. I am going to be using this new liquid lipstick that I picked up recently. It is from Lawless. It is the matte lipstick, and this is the shade Leo. It's a little bit of a warmer shade, but I honestly don't mind mixing warms and cools. I think it can look kind of interesting. And this isn't so warm where it's going to look funny. At least I hope not. I've actually never done this combo before. So I'm applying Leo. I probably shouldn't try to talk and apply at the same time. I don't have problems with it being uncomfortably drying, and I have worn it on its own, but I'm going to top it today with a gloss. But first I'm going to take a little bit of MAC's Hover Lip Liner. You don't need to use a lip liner with this, but I am going to just lightly line, and yes, I'm doing it after the lipstick is already on. I just feel like it gives a much softer effect. Of course, you can leave it like this, but I just picked up this new NARS lip gloss in At First Sight, and I want to try it out. It's like a sheer, sparkly, golden gloss. And I'm gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand so I don't get the color on the wand and then get the color back in the tube. I don't like to do that to my clear glosses. I like to just put a little on my hand and take my finger and apply it this way. And we are done. All right, so once again, this is the completed look. This is the second time I did a look with this palette. And I have to say that for me, I'm still happy I got it. I have to be honest and say there's not a lot of variety of looks you can do with this palette, although it does come with this little how-to booklet, and it shows you how to achieve an effortless everyday look, and then it shows you a soft sparkle, and then a sultry smoky. I didn't even look at this until now. So there are different looks you can do, but they're not gonna look all that different in my mind. I did say in the tutorial, at least I think I said in the tutorial, that some of the colors are very, very similar. Like these two that I used, I feel like they didn't necessarily need to put both of these shades in here. I just feel like they could have taken out one or two shades and replaced them with something maybe a little bit different. I'm not sure what, but if they wanted to keep it at 12 shades, I think there should have been a little bit more variety, or they could have just left it at 9, maybe taken out like one of these mid-tones, like maybe these two, I don't know. But I think that it's a great value for what you get. The shadows are pigmented, they're great quality. They are what I remember Bobbi Brown quality being. I haven't used Bobbi Brown in a long time, but I remember Bobbi Brown was one of the first brands I ever worked for, and her shadows were just some of the best on the market. They were all triple or quadruple pigmented, so just really great to use wet or dry, and these blended great. And if you love a cool tone palette, if you've been dying for somebody to come out with a great cool tone palette, then this is it for sure. The blushes are beautiful. The bronzing powders are so, so good. This was my first time using the illuminating bronzer. Thought that was very pretty if you want just a subtle highlight. And of course you can also use it as an eyeshadow. I think for the deeper skin tones, not super deep. Unfortunately, this palette I don't think would work so amazingly well on really dark skin tones. But I think that being that they put in this more mauve-y color and just, they put in two blush colors that I think are gonna work well on a lot of different skin tones. So I definitely think this was a great purchase for me. I'm happy I got it. Would definitely recommend picking it up from the sale before it's gone forever, and maybe get one for a friend or someone in your family that you're gonna be buying for at Christmas time, and you're wondering, you know, around November, December, like what do I get them for Christmas? These are all powder products, so they won't go bad. You can pick this up, put it away, just don't forget that you bought it, but put it away, bring it out for Christmas, and they will love you for it. So pick one up for yourself and perhaps another makeup lover in your life. All right, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and review. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. All of those are Risa Does Makeup. And let me know in the comments if you've purchased this palette, if you plan to purchase it, if you're debating between this and another one, if you've purchased any of the other sets during the sale, whether it be skincare or makeup, that you think that I really, really need to get. I was trying to be good and just get one thing, but I'm seeing all these other videos and I'm so tempted. So if there's something that you've tried, that you purchased, that you love, and you think that I would love as well, let me know in the comments and maybe I can be persuaded. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.